Okay, podcast news, we're mixing it up. After I deliver the most excellent tech update and digital life hack, I want you to stay tuned for something just a little different. I'm going to be tackling your questions. Okay, so how do you get me your questions? Super easy. Head over to commando.com and hit the email Kim link, and then get excited to potentially hear your name and question on the next episode. It's Saturday, but we're not slacking around here in Commando Land. Your digital life hack is up next, and right after that, we're diving into a question from our listener mail. Want to scare yourself into oblivion this Halloween? All you need is to pop in a few movies at home to get the blood pumping right through your veins. Now some spooky cinema. MoneySupermarket.com rounded up the scariest films with a fun science experiment. They had 250 folks watch movies while hooked to heart rate monitors, tracking the beats per minute, or BPM, to gauge the fear factor. The higher the BPM, the scarier the film. Topping the list is 2012 Sinister starring Ethan Hawke, which shot up heart rates by 34%, with the peak fright moment racing hearts to 131 BPMs. Close contenders were Host, a peak of 130 BPMs, and Skin and Mirror hitting 113 BPMs. So grab some popcorn and a blanket, and get TechSmart the easy way with my free newsletter at getkim.com. Now let's unzip our virtual mail sack and see what questions you've sent my way.
Another letter from our listener, Dave.
Okay, Shelly in Atlanta writes, "Hey Cal, I'm so sick and tired of getting all these data breach alerts." Yeah, I am too. But can I just ignore all of them? I agree with you, Shelly. It starts to feel like noise. Another data breach that includes your info. But just remember, your most sensitive data is probably online. And hackers would just love to have more details, like your banking records, your medical records, and sell them to anyone willing to pay. Now, according to the Wall Street Journal, almost 2/3 of us return to a website after a breach, doing the bare minimum, like changing passwords. So what should you do if your data is out there? That's really what the big question is. You want to call your bank and credit card companies, put a freeze on everything, and get new cards. Put a fraud alert on your file at one of the big 3 credit bureaus. I got the steps over at commando.com. Update your passwords. I know, total pain, but you have to do it. Keep an eye on those credit card statements. And if you notice anything strange, be sure to freeze your credit. Is it a pain? Yes. Is it worth it to protect yourself, your money, and your identity? That would be a yes, and guess what? A yes. And thanks for writing. Hey, a huge thank you for streaming with me. Now, if you're puzzled about something techie, I'm your gal. Just find the email Kim link over at commando.com and let those questions fly away. Now, every email gets my eyeballs, I promise. And keep your digital life in the know. Be sure you sign up for my free newsletter over at getkim.com.